Well, hey guys, today we're going to talk about 5 things you're going to experience your first year in retirement. Well, hey there, and welcome back to Retirement for Seniors. Guys, my name's Mark, and today we're going to be talking about something that might surprise you. You've been planning for retirement for decades, saving money, and maybe learning about crypto or a special hobby that you wanted to do in your retirement. You've been planning this for your golden years. But what actually happens when you finally retire? Well, today I'm going to share 5 things you'll likely experience your first year of retirement that nobody tells you about. And trust me, knowing these ahead of time can save you a lot of stress and confusion. Well, guys, let's get started. Number one, retirement won't feel like a vacation. Ah, I know. You're probably thinking, Mark, what are you talking about? Well, guys, I've been dreaming of sleeping in and doing what I want. And here's the thing I realized vacations are just temporary breaks to your normal routine. But retirement, guys, that's your new normal. After about 2 weeks of sleeping in and binge watching Netflix, many retirees start feeling restless and even bored. Those thoughts of vacations and all the things you were going to do somehow get pushed by the side. Well, think about it. Let's go back a little bit. You've had structure for what, 30 to 40 years? And suddenly every day is a Saturday, and you can actually start to feel overwhelmed. You might find yourself missing deadlines or meetings or even that Monday morning rush. Remember those? What's the solution? Well, create your own structure. Set regular wake up times, plan weekly activities, and maybe schedule time for learning something new, like understanding crypto. Hey, that's my favorite, or exploring new investment strategies. Now, structure will give you purpose, and purpose will keep you energized. Number two, it may put stress on your spouse. Oh, wow. Trust me. This one is huge. And for most couples, they don't see it coming. For years, you and your spouse had separate daily routines. Now, suddenly, you're both home all the time and in each other's space 24/7. Now, your spouse may have built their own retirement routine and their own friend groups and activities. And now you're there with them, wanting to be included in everything. Or maybe you're expecting them to entertain you. Well, here's my advice from somebody that's been there, and this is critical. Sit down with your spouse before you retire and ask them directly, what are your expectations for our retirement? How do you see our daily lives changing? Guys, you may be surprised by their answers. Maybe they want more couple time, which is the case in my relationship, or maybe they want to maintain some independence. Maybe they're worried about finances or they're excited about a new adventure together with you. Having this conversation early prevents a lot of conflict later. Number three, your identity may suffer and you may miss your colleagues. Now, remember, for decades, when someone asked you, hey, what do? You had an answer. You were a teacher, an accountant, a manager. Now, that title was part of who you were. Now, in retirement, that identity shifts. You're no longer John the engineer, you're just John. And that can feel really unsettling, especially in social situations. Plus, you'll miss your friends at work more than you expected. Now, these were people that you saw every day, you shared coffee breaks with and complained about the boss with, and suddenly that daily social interaction is gone. The key is building a new identity with social connections. Join clubs, possibly volunteer, take some classes at your local community college, or start a hobby group. Now, some retirees even start a small business, hey, like me on YouTube, or some consulting work, not necessarily for the money, but for the sense of purpose and social connection, which is exactly, my friends, exactly why I started my two channels. And if you're interested in crypto, there's tons of online communities where you can learn and connect with others. Just remember, always do your own research and never invest more that you can afford to lose. All right, guys, we're jumping on to number 4. You may start to feel lonely. Now, this ties into missing your colleagues and your social connections, but it does go deeper. Retirement, all joking aside, retirement can be isolating. And this is really important. And please hear me when I'm talking to you about this, especially if your friends are still working, or if now that you're retired, you've moved to a new area. So, guys, during your work years, you had built in social interactions, the water cooler conversations, the team meetings, the lunch with coworkers. In retirement, you have to actively seek out social connections, and that takes effort. Now, some retirees describe the feeling of invisible, like the world is moving on without them. And please understand, this is completely normal, but also this is something you can prepare for. So, what's the key? Start building your retirement social network before you retire. Join community groups, religious organizations, hobby clubs, or maybe volunteer organizations. Consider a part time job like I'm doing now, or do some consulting, as I said, in your field. Look into senior centers or community colleges that offer classes. I've taken several. The goal is to have multiple sources of social interactions so you're not dependent on just one or two relationships for all your social contact. And here's the biggie, number 5. Financial planning does not end. It's a big misconception. Once you retire, your financial planning is done, and nothing could be further from the truth. You've got your 401k, your Social Security, maybe some savings, and gosh, you guys are set, right? Wrong. Retirement is when financial planning becomes even more critical. You're now living on a fixed income and dealing with inflation, managing healthcare costs, and trying to make your money last 20, 30, maybe even 40 years. I hope so for you guys. You'll need to understand withdrawal strategies, tax implications, and healthcare planning. And yes, even new investment opportunities. Now, this is where things like cryptocurrency or the ETFs may be relevant. Now, please understand, I am not giving any financial advice. This is strictly for education. You'll need to regularly review and adjust your financial plan. What worked in year 1 of retirement might not work in year 10. Stay engaged with your finances. Be sure to keep learning. And don't be afraid to consult with a financial professional when needed. All right, guys, there you have it. 5 realities your first year of retirement nobody really talks about. And here's the good news. Knowing these challenges ahead of time means you can prepare for them. Retirement can absolutely be the best years of your life. But like anything worthwhile, it takes some planning and adjustment. Now, guys, if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical retirement and financial education content. Remember, anything I share here is for educational purposes only. So let me ask you a quick question. What questions do you have about retirement? Drop them down below in the comments section and I'll try to address them. Actually, I will address each and every one of them. Well, guys, thanks for watching. My name's Mark, Retirement for Seniors. Now, on the screen, you should see a little thumbnail of another video I think you're going to find important. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.